everybody, and welcome back to the final round, back 12 coverage of the 2017 Coachman Classic in Clearwater, Florida. My name is Cameron Harbichuk, I'm the tournament director for the event, and I'm joined one final time by Mr. Grant Britton.
Yeah, here we go. This is it. This is all we got for you. 12 more holes. Not too climatic with Charlie running away with things. But we still have some good races in there. We got a race for even second place. You know, Daniel's only sitting a couple strokes above Anthony, who's made a good charge. And then Dustin Ryalls still hanging in there, only a few back. And then we have Mr. Alexi Bubis, who has put together some good jump putts already. A couple early struggles, but we'll see him get back on track. And that was the scores starting of the round. And in a moment, we will see how much that has changed. Yeah, just to speak on Charlie a little bit more, he has had nothing short of an awesome season. Right after this tournament, he just got back from the very Open and took that tournament down one stroke over Johnny McRae. So he is shooting lights out, and I think he's going to have another breakout season next year if he keeps this kind of golf going.
Yeah, you know, he's done the work that he's needed to do to, really cement himself near the top of the players in the whole world. And, you know, he was on some really nice lead cards. Pittsburgh Flying Disc Open earlier this year, and got some time on some video coverage. And we've seen him all 3 rounds of this coverage, so it's fun to watch him grow and cool to watch him represent for all of Tampa.
Yeah, Charlie's passion for disc golf is second to nobody. So here we go. Let's get right into things. Hole 7. One of those holes that can be a stroke swinger. You know, you can have that easy hyzer shot coming in, or if you pull it a little bit to the right, you will be sitting OB.
You can hear that wind ripping. That's most likely a headwind, so that's going to start pushing some stuff to the right. But
that looks great.
Yep, that's parked.
And I don't know if you guys know this, but Charlie is on a 5-hole birdie streak.
Yep.
And he's already sitting 9 under, and that's going to put him at digits after 13 holes. He's going to be 10 down already.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
That's how you lay down the hammer.
This is Anthony throwing his photon, right, Grant?
Yep, photon. That's that red photon. He's had that in the bag for a while, I believe.
Oh wow, that was a great shot.
Yeah, a little bit faster of a disc, but Anthony has great. You know, he has a good arm on him. He can throw far, and he has good distance control, just like the rest of the guys on this lead card. Ace run.
Dustin coming out with his C-Line Metal Flake FD3. Looks like he let it go that one just a little bit early.
And if you didn't tune into the earlier videos, Dustin is getting closer to being sponsored by Discmania. He is a big supporter of their company. He does a lot of social media for them, and definitely deserves to be on their team. That's Daniel.
I think that's a Thunderbird from Daniel.
I believe so.
That's nice to see him put a little bit of finesse on that disc into the headwind, and he's not missing that putt. No, wow.
Yeah, we didn't get to see that from the first angle. So far, 4 really, really good shots. It's got to be hard 7-up last on this tee after you got 4 close drives, and Alexi has a good move on this. That might also be a Thunderbird.
Wow.
Either a Thunderbird or a Firebird. And also, speaking on Alexi, who, if you haven't tuned into our earlier videos, he is coming off about 3 rounds of golf in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Up to this tournament, so quite impressive for him to be on this lead card, but definitely still expected. Yeah, he knows he wants that one back.
Yeah, we're starting to dwindle down the number of holes here, and every putt is becoming that much more important as we get closer to finishing up this final round. These guys are going to clean up their birdie putts. Alexi's going to clean up his par.
Dustin took the par with Alexi. Here we go, hole 8. This is the dog leg left. Not a lot of birdies on this hole. You know how this one compared to the rest of the field, Cam?
This hole was birdied the least. I believe there was only 4 birdies the entire weekend on this hole. And this is a very difficult birdie to get.
Go in and make history.
Charlie put a good
Charlie's
move on
asking
that.
to make history on it. I don't know. I've never heard of anybody acing this hole. In my infancy, I somehow managed to hit basket with a Proto Star X-Cal, but I've never heard of anybody getting anywhere near this thing and acing it. Little cameo there from Mr. Ken Climo himself. Coming out to watch these guys on this last round.
Yeah, I know Champ's been battling some health issues. I don't know if it's back or hip. Pretty sure hip. But I can't wait to see him healthy again. And somebody needs to come over here and take this throne from Charlie. Or at least give him a run for his money. And if somebody's going to do it, Champ's the man. Yeah, that weekend where Champ shot 23 under par, his lowest round was 16 under.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
And he also shot an 18 under.
Yeah, and that 23 under par was actually the record for the highest rated round.
Up until Paul Macbeth.
Macbeth at Memorial. He shot 18 down. 17 down. Yeah. And actually, the PDGA does keep records based on scratch score average. So Kenny still does have the record for the scratch score average that Coachman is in for the highest rated round.
And we were corrected by who was it on? Somebody told him. Mike McElroy. He did mention that the course was a little bit different. The bonus holes actually played the opposite direction. So I do know they were easier. But at the same time, this course you couldn't see fairway to fairway. It was way more wooded. These holes that we're watching these guys loft ties was on were tunnel shots.
Yeah.
So in a way, the actual course of Coachman was played a lot harder.
Yeah, Northeast Coachman Park, where this tournament is being held, used to have a really bad problem with Brazilian peppers. And the city, over a 2-year period, actually did an eradication program where they came through and got rid of all of that. So it's made the course a little bit more open.
Oh, and Alexi Bubis, he was on the card when Ken Climo shot the 23. So shout out to that. He got to witness that phenomenal round.
Three birdies.
Amazing. We're over here getting sidetracked and they're going 3 down in the hole. Charlie Goodpasture, man. Here we go, hole 9. See if they can push it out a little bit wider.
Come on.
Anthony looks like he's going back to that NV. Going to finish a little bit left. A lot of these guys are starting to get frustrated. They know the time's starting to run out. They know they got to start making a move.
Oh, man. Again, that goes back to that distance control. When that disc hit, that's where it was supposed to stop.
Looks like a Firebird from Alexi. And Dustin's switching it up this round and throwing the C-Line MD3 instead of his FD3. So that was an interesting choice. Maybe the wind's a little bit lower this round, so he felt a little bit more comfortable with that.
So we have been updated from last round. We figured out why Anthony Hauf actually went to that straddle putt. And it was because he was saying that
Like, you
as
have
they
to
try
stand
and
there?
get this guy out of the way.
Yeah.
Anthony went to the straddle putt because he said it was when he had his regular stagger putt. It was keeping his putts low. He wasn't able to get his hand high enough comfortably. So the straddle putt helped with that.
Good job on Dustin's part to ask that spectator to move and take his time and take his putt and get the birdie.
Boom.
Wow.
Man, the birdie streak
Is that 8 in a
stays
row at this point now?
8 in a row.
Wow, that's impressive.
He actually birdied hole 1, so out of the original course, he is 9 out of 9. Which we might as well throw that in there. Good cleanup from Anthony. Yeah, look what we got right there. We have the famous C.R. Willie and Ken Kleinman duo.
Yeah, world champ doubles right there in the early 90s.
I think 1990, right?
Yep.
And I've heard the story from CR. He was telling me these 2 guys came into town and nobody really knew who they were and took down the doubles championship. Charlie knew he
Just went in, Charlie. Yeah.
barely got around that tree. He's having a good time.
Wow.
Great results.
And that's part.
Still a very good line, you know, right disc choice. Good line. Come on, Rock, you need to flip.
Keep right. That's all right. G2.
You know, Champ trying to give some love.
That's going to be a tough up and down from there. There's a lot of trees that line the left side of this fairway.
That one finished a little bit deep and right.
Lexi with the standstill again. That's interesting on a 302-foot hole. I wonder if he's just trying to figure something out with his form and is thinking that he's got it figured out best with standstills. Dustin goes over the top for his upshot.
He pushed just enough left to not really have too much of a look. That's going to come up really short. Another one, just an inch more a different direction, and that's sticking in there. So Anthony's having the trouble with keeping the nose down on those jump putts. Just pick his arm up a little bit more, and those are all dropping in.
Charlie's going to take his, is that 9 twos in a row?
Who knows? He's birdied every hole on the original course.
That's so impressive. I mean, there's finishing and then there's that.
Yeah, I hope you guys are still watching.
Dustin with a little smirk.
Alright, here we go, hole 11. Let's see how many of those Anheuser shots we have. Hopefully some, you know, Charlie's going to it. Let's see if Charlie's going to throw some ace runs for us. That looked a little bit higher.
And he's going to be deep again like he was last round.
Is that going to end the birdie streak? I know Charlie 2 years ago when he won this, I'm pretty sure he beat Champ only by a few, maybe one, not completely sure, but his score was 40 under par. And in order to get that, he was going to need a 17 under par to get to the 41 mark. So I'm sure that's in the back of his head.
Yeah, Charlie's one of those guys that's not really, he's not really content with winning. He really wants to prove to himself and to everybody else that that he's definitely the best player out there.
Yeah, and if he doesn't get 40, then I'm going to have to tell him that, you know, his game hasn't gotten that much better in the last 2 years.
Dustin with a rare jump putt, just short.
Yeah, that had a good line on it. Let's see if Anthony can get one of these putts to fall. You see the focus in his eyes.
Nice, there it is.
And if you didn't notice, that was a straddle jump putt.
That was nice.
You know, he really, I could feel what he was talking about with, you know, liking the straddle, getting his hand up higher and following all the way through on his release point.
Alexi again, just an inch.
Yeah, an inch here or there, and this could be a completely different round. That's Charlie.
That's going to end the birdie streak.
That's not what the people want, Charlie. Daniel's continuously also putting high. It's you know, it's crazy to see all these mistakes these players are making. They each have their own mistake and they're sticking to it. Hopefully they can break some of these habits coming into this final stretch. So Anthony's going to take the, is that the lone birdie?
Yeah. And more importantly, now he's only 2 strokes behind Daniel, and he's picked up 5 strokes now on Dustin for that second and third place battle there.
Yeah, Dustin's gonna have to really string them together here if he wants a chance to battle back to that third place. And I know second card was tight. It wasn't that far behind, so somebody easily could be making a move back there. This is the hole Anthony found OB on last round, and
looks like he's found it again.
that looked identical.
Charlie's going to probably be just okay with finishing left on this hole. Looks like he's taking a little bit more conservative route than normal.
Uh-oh, door's open. Daniel going back to that overstable Thunderbird, we believe.
That's a great looking shot.
That's a pretty common spot over there. That's a good bailout zone because you're going to have a putt. It's wide open and the water's not too far behind. You can give it a good run still from back there. As we see Alexi finish in the same spot. Shout out to Ron Howe. You can barely see him in the background.
Yeah. We only have the 2 largest people in our area, Don Rowden and Ron Howell, hugging each other. It's a really hard thing to miss. You can see the gallery starting to grow a little bit. And Anthony, same exact spot as he was in yesterday.
But
and we talked about yesterday how that's a tough upshot. You got the wind and you've got that sort of awkward footing, and he's going to have a tough putt. Nice putt by Alexi too.
Yeah, that was dead center. You can't. It's not a guessing game when you put it dead center.
That's a good putt.
We got Dustin for the 2.
Yeah, that's a good putt.
Good job. Oh, there's 2.
I think Dustin put the chain there.
A little bit of sabotage.
Can you blame him?
Sorry.
And that gives Daniel a little bit more breathing room for that second place spot. As we move to 13, again, the only thing to worry about here is just don't push it too long because there is that parking lot to the right, which is OB.
Alexi going standstill again. Looks like Dustin's going to throw that rock stamp P2.
It's got some good angle on it.
Yeah, that's a great shot. Stay in bounds. That looks like that's in.
We're going to have to make a call on that one.
Yeah.
If it's in, he's going to get a nice meter relief towards the basket.
The tournament director says it's in. It's the inside. Oh, wow.
Are you kidding me?
Gosh. Yeah, the OB on this parking lot back here is the inside line of the poles, so that one looks like that one should be in for Dustin.
Your name doesn't start.
Anthony going to that envy. Nice overstable putter. Gets a good turn. Oh, that's good action.
Oh, wow.
No, I don't play with you.
Oh, Anthony keeping it honest, announcing
Yep.
he does not play 51, which is a fun game inside the disc golf world. If you hit the basket, you get a buck from the rest of the card, and if you put it in, it's a $5 ace from the rest of the card.
Yeah, I was really disappointed. I hit an ace a couple years ago at a tournament that Anthony was in, and I was kind of bummed not to get $5 from him.
At least, yeah. At least he's not one of
At
those
least
guys
he's honest.
who only collects but doesn't pay.
Yeah, at least he's honest.
They are out there. I won't say your name.
Wow, Charlie's been catching that front side of the basket and just sticking. So this is Dustin for 2. And with Anthony being parked, he really needs this one. Nice, that's a good putt.
Yeah, he knows. He knows. He's running out of holes and down 3 strokes with Anthony being parked. That could have been it for him.
This camera stuff there.
Let's see if he can keep the pressure on. Lexi rolling out that nice pink and black Zuka cart. Oh, can we give a shout out to Chuck Lee real quick? Can we let the people know out there what he has accomplished? Probably better than Charlie's soon-to-be three-peat.
Yeah, so Chuck Lee is probably one of the nicest guys in the disc golf community and puts in a ton of volunteer hours. And we do a Zuka cart raffle every tournament. And he won it at our tournament in April. And this year we gave another one away at the first weekend of this tournament. And wouldn't you know it, he won it that weekend too. 2 Zuka carts.
And has it been matching outfits both times he's won the Zuka cart? I think his shirt was a red and black.
Team 935, yep.
Yeah.
Team 935 Incorporated.
Was the Zuka red and black?
His the Zuka was red and black. First one he won was purple. He still rocks that one, and then.
That seems a little suspect, yeah.
Yeah.
No, well deserving of Chuck Lee.
Yeah, definitely one of the best moments in disc golf history there.
As Anthony turns it over into that first tree, and
so Dustin's going to be putting for 2, and Anthony's going to be short. And Anthony's got 3 strokes on Dustin right now for 3rd place. Looks like Daniel's throwing that T-bird, and that's money.
yeah, that's piped.
Yep, that's
Right, what you want.
That's going to be a 2.
And it's looking like Daniel's slowly secure in that 2nd place, depending on if anybody in the second cart's shooting, 16, 17 under par.
That's a great shot by Alexi. Yeah, the pieces are starting to fall into place here as we come into the last 4 or 5 holes. It looks like Charlie's kind of run away with it, and that's going to leave Anthony with a really tough putt for par. And he really needs to make this one here. That's short. He's going to give up another 2 strokes to Dustin on this one. So now Dustin's only going to be...
If Dustin puts this in, it'll be 2 strokes, and that will leave it at 1. And that is not OB, that's casual relief. So we will be able to take a meter off that spray painted area. There's no stroke added.
Yeah. That's pretty much going to lock Daniel in for 2nd place, I'd imagine, unless something catastrophic happens.
With Anthony taking the bogey.
Yeah.
But he gives us a fun race for 3rd.
Yeah, 1 stroke.
7-7-7. Yeah, 23-24. And look at Charlie Goodpasture, 38 under par. So if Charlie birdies 3 of the last 4 holes, he will meet that 41 mark, and we'll see if he can do it. Hole 15, pretty straightforward. Just a bunch of guardian trees by the basket. And this one sitting right there.
Charlie's just not letting up. He's trying to take it home all the way here. Dustin going back to that C-line MD3, and that is money.
Hold it. Get up.
Wow.
Wow, what a great line. I believe Anthony now has got to be feeling the pressure.
Yeah, that definitely puts a little bit of pressure on Anthony there.
On that.
Like we were talking about earlier in the round. There's not much of a rivalry there, but Dustin and Anthony do have history going back to their time as amateurs, and I would be very surprised if some of that isn't resurfacing now.
Let's see what he can do. He's been pretty money. This Envy just hit the basket 2 holes ago.
So inside.
Didn't he split that gap for 2nd round?
He did. He split that gap and parked it. This time he's not so lucky. He's going to have to work for it here. And it looks like
that's going to be tied up if both those putts go in.
Yeah.
What is Alexi thinking here? Figuring on his options. That's a bummer, being right in front of that palm tree. Pretty sure I would just go with a nice little loft putt, try and sneak it in.
Well, that's one way to do it.
That should make the highlight reel.
That was impressive.
I will tell you that would not even be my 5th option.
Yeah, that would. I would be down on a knee, leaned out as far as I could, chicken wing
Yeah.
on my head. I would not be thinking that ever.
I think I would go roller before that. Well deserved.
Yeah,
slow motion.
that's a great shot.
There we go.
Cleaning up the 2.
Yep, Daniel's putting a respectable round in.
Anthony cleans up his 3. And he is now tied for 3rd place with Dustin, going with 3 holes left. Looks like Charlie's gonna wrap up 1st place.
And I will almost guarantee you that either Anthony or Dustin, they're checking the card right now. They're pulling it out. They're doing some early math.
Yeah, for sure.
And like you were saying, Charlie, yeah, it's officially.
Yeah, he's got a 10-stroke lead with 3 holes to go, barring a catastrophic failure on many fronts. He should be.
If he was a real man, he'd finish out lefty.
Just saying, Charlie.
And that looked like it caught up a little bit early. Dustin goes to the sidearm.
Nice.
He's been throwing a pretty decent turnover here.
I think he knows that he needs to put it close here to put the pressure on Anthony, who's teeing off behind him.
Yeah, he's got to the he's around circle's edge with that sidearm. Daniel going for the wrong basket, it looked like.
He's coming in tight on that hole 17 tee pad there. Here's Anthony. He really needs to put a good shot on this one.
Anthony also going to the sidearm. They both went backhand. I wonder what, if the wind was playing different. But that's going to finish left, I believe, and we'll see what he can do.
That was a good run by Daniel through the palms there.
All right.
Dustin can really put a hurting on this if he can make this. Oh no. Looks like he hit the tree right in front of him.
He's left himself a tester.
Yeah, it looks like he made it about 5 feet down the fairway on that. He really needs to make this now. And that's a... Oh no.
We have not watched this. That was authentic the way Cam thought that was in.
Wow.
Oh,
No.
Anthony also.
I still can't believe that putt fell out on Dustin. That's just
Unbelievable.
so Anthony's gonna take 1 stroke on Dustin
Good.
with 2 holes left.
Man, what a, just the whole scenario, the way that had to just,
Yeah, 3 putting from about 28 feet. That's that's
man.
not what you want.
I mean, yeah, Dustin should have been closer from where his drive was on his 2nd shot, but good effort on his 3rd.
The camera crew doing him dirty. And
Oh, they're
making it
showing us the
slow.
wrong one.
The slow-mo replay on the tree hit.
Yeah, Tim McClory is known for not having a soul.
Oh boy, that's tough.
Watching the slow motion 5-foot flight.
All right, hole 17. This is a tough one that can get you, but hopefully these guys can all put it inside the circle and further lock this up. Charlie at this point is just this is victory lap. He's just trying to show off, maybe try to put in an ace.
And this is, he needs the last 2 holes now to get to the 41 mark.
Daniel could use this to
Make some more money.
Yeah, to pretty much lock up 2nd. These guys are going deep. They're trying to ace it.
I'm pretty sure they're ace running
Yeah.
those first 2 players.
Lexi with the stand. That's the thing that can happen on this hole is if you tail it off a little bit to the left, that left side gets really tight.
Hey, this is a big drive for Anthony right here.
He goes left too.
Yeah. And he opens the door back up. Wow.
He got up there pretty good.
That was a
You know
fortunate.
Dustin's looking for this one. Dustin's left. Oh no.
Yeah, dude, we call it.
Yeah, with Anthony finding a way through and Dustin, it's looking like Dustin's going to need some miracles to find a way to get to third. He's just giving everything he's got. Luckily, he found a way through that tree. This is going to seal, I believe, third place if he can put this in.
Oh, just short. They're going to push it to the final hole here. This is Daniel for 2.
Yeah, I've been doing it all day.
And again, these scores aren't that hot for the final round. So, you know, Dustin and Anthony, they have to be thinking that second or third card, they have opened the door for another hot score to come in and jump all the way up to third. A guy like Trey or Brian Moore or Chris Smith.
Oh, wow.
It continues. We can officially say Charlie got lucky this tournament.
Yeah. Ooh, he got away with that one. He's running. He's stealing that one.
Actually, you know what? I guess he put enough in. Wow. Yeah, there's not even chains in that area if we have the baskets from about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But again, overall, what an amazing play from Charlie. I think he averaged around 10-20, 10-30 golf at this tournament, which to do at a course like this is phenomenal.
Really tough. Yeah.
And and he's the highest rated player, so he's the one setting the bar for these ratings.
Yep.
And he's definitely shooting above average.
Yep. He did his job.
And like I said earlier, he went to DeBerry and I think averaged around 10.35 golf.
That's impressive.
So,
So
yeah.
going into this final hole, looks like Charlie's got first place locked up. Daniel's got second. Anthony's got 1 stroke on Dustin for third. And Alexi's pulling up the back end of this lead card here.
Yeah, this is it. And a quick spoiler, I do know that, I don't know if it was second or third card, but Chris Smith, the local player out of Tampa or Bradenton area, or Brandon area, he is shooting hot right now and doing some work jumping up there. As they handshake, show their good sportsmanship, some hugs.
Yeah, all these guys are good friends, and they got to play with each other pretty much all weekend. So.
And there's Daniel's wife, or girlfriend / wife, Krista, on the bench. She's a disc golfer.
Yeah.
Did she play last weekend?
She did not.
She did not.
So this is for giggles for Charlie. He could have thrown a left-handed 360 thumber.
No, this
and
is
probably
not.
would have been
This
fine.
is not giggles. This is
That's
for
right.
the 41
This is for the
under,
41, yeah.
which is not looking too good right now. So unfortunately, Charlie has not improved in the last 2 years.
Sorry, Charlie. Grant has spoken. Sounds like you need to get back to work, bud.
I'm just kidding, Charlie. Charlie gives me enough for me to return a little bit of the favor. Alexi going to that Firebird, I believe.
Wow!
Whoa!
Flashes the basket on the last hole. Look at that.
That would have been a finish.
That would have been nice. Now this is a very important tee shot here. Anthony's going around that left side. Looks
Looking
a little
early. Yeah. That's gonna give him a putt though.
Yeah.
That's the putt to secure.
Dustin needs to put this inside of 3 inches.
Big skin. Huge.
Wow.
He's gonna get something there.
And I think he's close enough for a putt and far enough to be able to go first out of the 2. So Dustin last hole, he kicked off that tree early. Let's see if he can hit this tree. Oh.
No, did not. Yeah, and at this point, Anthony's just laying that up, taking third place and moving on. That's got to be disappointing for Dustin, but
Hopefully he still held on to 4th place. At this point it's just, it is what it is, and hopefully he didn't drop an extra spot. This final hole is haunted him twice, but in all, Dustin had a great tournament. Showed some awesome shots, some great putts.
all these guys are going to yield and let Charlie get his last putt. And
Here we go.
this is your 3-time Coachman Classic champion, Mr. Charlie Goodpasture.
Upside down putt.
Upside down putt, winning by 11 strokes. That is impressive fashion right there.
Yeah, that's a butt kicking.
Yeah, that's a great win by Charlie. Played great all weekend, and to be able to secure that three-peat, that's really impressive.
Yeah, that's a good streak. This course, 16 under par, amazing. Oh my
That's
gosh.
going to be close in the 1045, 1050 range. I would have to imagine.
Which it deserves. But yeah, this course, you know, anybody could shoot out here. I remember about 3 or 4 years ago, we had Ricky Wysocki, Paul Macbeth, Ken Climo, and we had a local guy, Scott Shelton, who's a Masters age player who was I think he tied Ricky Wysocki for second place and was 1 stroke behind Macbeth. And it just shows if you're shooting hot, you can really shred this course. But shout out to Ams with Cams, Tim McClory, Jeff Brown on the camera work. They did a phenomenal job. We got some good replays, some good slow motion, and
yeah, we got Dana Smith and Ryan O'Rear doing their part and pitching in with some statistics and with some other graphics and stuff. So thank you guys for all the work that you've done. You know, Grant, it's been a blast. I hope you had a good time.
Yeah, it was fun coming out here late nights and doing some awesome commentary with you.
Yeah. I hope everybody at home had a great time listening. And there he is. There's the third 3-time right there.
Yeah, the champion. Did a great job, Daniel Riendeau, locking in the second. Definitely the heavy 1-2 favorites.
Yeah.
No particular order.
Anthony coming down from North Carolina and sneaking into that 3rd place right there.
Yeah, we'll see if Dustin can get his revenge next year.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, we had a great time with you guys. Catch you guys next time.